Hi, my name is Natalie, and I've been teaching and practicing Tantric meditations for the past 10 years. And I recently opened this YouTube channel, and I also just hit 6,000 subscribers. And I wanted to thank all my new subscribers for joining the channel. And I also wanted to thank all the amazing people that have been commenting on my videos. I have been crying from excitement just because it's so satisfying to read that, you know, the stuff that I'm talking about that can sometimes be weird is actually reaching the right people and helping them on their journey. So thank you so much for sharing. I read all the comments and they really fill my heart up. So thank you, and welcome to all my new subscribers. Today, I wanted to talk about watching porn. I know a lot of men watch porn, even if you won't admit that you do, you probably do. Not everyone. There are a lot of people who don't really relate to that kind of activity, but a lot of men do watch porn. And I've talked about, you know, changing porn with your imagination, and I've seen on YouTube there are so many videos on like how to stop watching porn and how to, you know, kind of look at it as an addiction and then work on that addiction to porn. And basically there are a lot of videos, including mine, talking about how to not do this thing. But today I wanted to talk to all the people who are watching me who do watch porn online, and maybe they want to transform that experience into a more tantric experience, because Tantra wouldn't say yes or no to porn. First of all, because it was invented in India like thousands of years ago and they didn't have porn. They did have stuff like Kama Sutra, and that's fine. So I don't really think Tantra has an opposition to porn. Like, I don't think, you know, it's not tantric, because being tantric is in the intention. Am I coming to this experience in order to grow, in order to heal, in order to connect? Or am I coming to this experience? That's Golda, my dog, by the way. She just walks past. Or am I coming to this experience purely to ejaculate and orgasm? So if we're only watching porn to orgasm and ejaculate, we're very first chakra, that's fine. I have no judgment, just, you know, we want to know where we're standing. But if I approach masturbation sessions, sexual sessions obviously, but masturbation sessions with porn as an experience that I can use in order to heal and to grow and to connect to myself from a more authentic place, then yes, you know, porn can be tantric. As itself, like anything else in the world, it's not just tantric or not tantric. It depends on your intention and the energy that you come to the thing that you're doing. So anything can be tantric if you come with the intention of healing and growing and connecting to yourself. So porn can be a tantric experience. We need to understand that any masturbation session can be a tantric experience, and so any masturbation session with porn can also be tantric. And instead of fighting ourselves and it's not good to watch porn, but I really want to watch it, so I watch it, then I feel bad that I watched it, I am never going to watch it again, you know, that whole cycle of addiction. Instead of that, we can just be like, you know, porn is just people having sex. It's stimulating and it helps raise the sexual energy. It helps to get into the mood. It helps to experience pleasure, sexual pleasure. And if it will, you know, this is one of the biggest industries in the world. So I don't know if it's a good industry, but it's definitely there. It's not going anywhere. And a lot of men do watch these videos or types of content online. So how can we turn watching porn into a tantric experience? First of all, you know, we want to pay attention to what kind of porn we're watching. I know a lot of people are ashamed of the type of porn they watch. But first of all, because it might be something embarrassing. Second of all, because it might be very far from what they actually experience in life. And a lot of the times people watch weird stuff on porn, and it's stuff they don't want to do in real life. It doesn't, so you know, it doesn't mean that if you watch gay porn that you want to be gay. It could just be something that stimulates you. So we want to pay attention to what kind of porn am I watching? What category am I watching? And if there's violence in the porn that I like, what is the power dynamics between the man and the woman? How is the porn that I'm watching different or similar to my own sexual experiences? How does this specific porn make me feel? Does it make me feel strong and powerful, or does it make me feel weak? And what turns me on? Does feeling strong and powerful turn me on, or does feeling weak turn me on? There are no rights or wrongs, if you ask me. I think everything is okay, but I do think we can use the porn that we watch in order to understand ourselves better and to do the emotional healing and the inner work that we want to do around our sexuality. And we have to come to this without any judgment or any criticism. It doesn't matter what porn you watch. If it's out there, then other people are watching it too. You're not alone. If it's out there, that means it's stimulating. That means people want to watch it. So whatever porn you're watching, you are not alone. Other people are watching that porn, otherwise they wouldn't have produced it. But it can also tell me a lot about myself as long as I'm not judging myself for it. So once the judgment stops and you're like, okay, whatever, this is the porn I like, you know, I'm just going to watch it. And then I'm going to try and understand, like, okay, what in this specific situation, scenario, what in this specific dynamics that I'm watching, what turns me on? What has it got to do with my own life and my own sexual life? Is it something that I really want to experience, but I'm scared to experience? You know, we want to do some inner work, some observation, some contemplation on the types of porn that we're watching. And this continues to the actual session when we're watching the porn. Instead of just being focused on your penis and getting off, maybe take things a bit slower. Maybe take deeper, bigger, longer breaths. Maybe you can also pay attention to how the rest of your body is feeling and not only your penis. Because there might be something that you're watching that is very arousing to you, but it also makes you feel sad or angry. So your penis is working and you're getting off, but your shoulders are completely like tensed and the whole body is tensed and you're not going through a good experience, even though you might feel like you are in your penis. So we want to kind of pay attention to the entire body and not just the penis when we are watching porn. And we might discover that yes, something is very arousing to us sexually, but it's also causing us a lot of stress emotionally, and we never noticed this before. So we want to pay attention to everything that's going on and not just the penis. And I think the last thing that I wanted to talk about on, you know, how we can transform the pornographic experience, you know, watching porn, how can we make it more tantric, is try and watch the porn next time without the judgment. It's okay. People make porn, people watch porn. It's people having sex. It's a natural thing. So if you want to enjoy porn more and make it more tantric, it needs to come with the emotional stability, and we need to understand that it's okay. We need to feel like it's okay and use the porn to raise the sexual energy. But once the sexual energy has been activated and your penis is hard and you're at it, you know, whatever you're doing there, once that happens, turn off the porn. You don't have to keep on watching it. So the third tip would be use it in a tantric way. A tantric way means the porn isn't the end game. It isn't the result. It isn't the point of this session or this experience. It is a tool that has been created by lovely people, maybe not, but by people who've, you know, put the effort into making this thing in order for me to get horny, or in other words, in order for me to raise the sexual energy in my body. Once it's done that, that's it. That was its job. We don't have to keep on watching it. You don't keep on eating once you're full. You stop. It doesn't matter that there's still food on your plate. So it doesn't matter that the film's not over or you haven't orgasmed or whatever. If your penis is fully erect, you can turn off the porn. Then you can switch to using your imagination. So for example, like a tantric thing to do there would be, you know, once your penis is erect, you turn off the porn, and then in your imagination, you imagine that you're in the porn. And where else does it go? And what else happens there? And you keep on going with the story or the fantasy or the imagination just in your head instead of it being outside. And then it's a lot easier for us to control and to work with the sexual energy, because as long as the porn is turned on, it's just very strong, very fast, and it's very hard not to orgasm, and it's harder to control your sexual energy. So stimulation's worked, your penis is erect, close the porn, move to your imagination, see what happens, see what you feel, see what comes up. See if you can orgasm from your imagination. See if you can maybe not orgasm, not ejaculate, because if we're looking at this as a tantric healing session, you don't really have to have the orgasm at the end. That's not the point. The point is everything that we talked about around the porn that can give us a window or a mirror to all the emotional stuff that is going on inside of us in our second chakra through contemplating and observing the kind of porn that I watch. What does it make me feel? You know, what other emotions come up besides the sexual energy, the guilt, the blame, the, oh my God, this is not okay that I'm watching it, but it really turns me on. Like, we want to start exploring what is happening to us when we are watching the porn, and the best way to do that is whilst we are watching the porn. So I wouldn't say stop watching porn altogether, it's bad for you. I'm not that kind of person, but I would say, A, use it as a healing tool to understand yourself better. B, do it more mindfully and pay attention to your entire body and not just your penis. And 3, use it as a stimuli, but once you've been stimulated, turn it off and move to your imagination. And this is all, again, for healing and for working with the sexual energy in a different way. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you again for all the new subscribers, and I will see you in my next video.